Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the Island Rally course for the 24th race of the NRSL Mountain Dew Photo Win Cup Series season. 3 races until the chase. I said it in the trucks. It's getting heated. The pressure is mounting. Last week, Michael Amato won his second race of the season and took the points lead by 4 points over Colin Denton. Hometown drivers here today, Johnny Gardner and Joshua Sekuli, just like we did last week at Watkins Glen. Back-to-back road courses this time, some jumps and some dirt. It's gonna get crazy. No caution flags for 12 laps of racing. Here's your current chase picture. Michael Amato, Alex Gray, Jonathan Zorlin, Deanna Jones, James Shelley, Philip Parker, Charles Sanford, Nate Rogers are all in the top 20. Then Johnny Gardner, Alexander Rowe, Zach Flickinger, and Grayson Acevedo in the bubble zone. Right now, your 4 chasers in without wins: Colin Denton, Edwin Mendez, Caleb Hoffman, and Zachary Fitzwater. Before we look at the points, for those that are in on points, let's look at the bubble zone. Johnny Gardner dropped from 11th to 21st, while Alexander Rowe dropped from 14th to 22nd after last week's race. Gardner has 44-point gap on 31st, and Rowe has a 42-point gap on 31st. So those two should be fine as long as they stay consistent in these last 3 races. Zach Flickinger's got a 19-point gap, and Grayson Acevedo, 30th in points, only holds 2 points over Joshua Sekuli, who was outside the top 30 without a win. Outside the top 30 here, you have 5 different winners now. Jay Barker fell outside of the top 30 last week. Actually, yeah, we were at Rockingham last week, not freaking Watkins Glen. What's wrong with me? Barker has 7 points to make up on Acevedo. Curtis 17, Goldberg 24, Chris Dodd 37, and Seth Cole 47. Real quickly, let's look at the points. First driver out is Nico Tringali. So he is 7 points behind Fitzwater. So Fitzwater has 7 points on him. Hoffman has 18 on Tringali. Edwin Mendez has 65. And Colin Denton has 94, which is 2 races worth of points. So as long as winners don't hop back into the top 30, and if Denton has to, he'll have to get the points lead back, but Denton should be safe with what they're at right now. John Arndt, 17 points behind Zachary Fitzwater. Then Andrew Rich, 24, Dylan Young, 29, and Charles Jackson, 34. We'll get to your starting lineup in a minute, but let's go trackside for the command to fire engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
Pace cars off. Here's your starting lineup for today's race. Martin Suarez and Charles Jackson are on the front row. Suarez with the pole position. Michael Amato, Jake Rogers in row 2. Jay Barker, Joshua Sekuli are row 3. Peter Sands, Edwin Mendez are row 4. With Jonathan Zorlin and James Qualls in row 5. So that is your starting top 5 rows. It's going to be an interesting race. Trucks is really getting down to it. They've got a bye week next week, as this Cup. Everyone's going to take a week off. And then they'll come back. Trucks will be at Mosport. Cup will be at Darlington. And then Trucks will be off for 2 weeks as Cup does their final race before the chase. And then the All-Star race. Going to be an interesting show there for sure. Anyway, as they come around the front straightaway, you'll start to see some jumps. And right before they hit that last one, they will go green. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. We're on the way at Island Rally. How crazy will it get? Down through the first couple of corners, they are flying. Multiple people off track. Dylan Young and some others. William Brock, you can see off the track, and this can be a dangerous corner. Suarez trying to keep it straight, and oh, there goes Jonathan Zorlin, up and over. And he's done. He's stuck. That can happen if you're not careful over there. Zach Rogers is sideways off those jumps. There's Colin Denton back, stuck in the field as Amato runs in second place, trying to track down Martin Suarez. Only a 12-lap race. These guys will not have to pit. As they get a little air, Suarez leads the first lap. Merkel is off the track as now Barker, Jake Rogers, they're trying to get some runs. Martin Suarez coming through, and oh, Merkel goes off. It's not illegal to miss the jump. Craziness, 3 wide back here. This don't look good. Qual still hugging that sand a bit. Oh, and there they go. There goes James Qualls. Oh, no. Alexander Rowe and Nate Rogers had something happen. Philip Goldberg's on pit road. He's got damage. Where is James Qualls? Oh, he's doing some off-road jumps there in the grass, I guess. He'll keep it back going, but he'll fall from 16th place. Colin Denton trying to work his way up through the field to catch Michael Amato, who sits in second. Suarez has pulled away a decent amount. Jay Barker got a good run on Charles Jackson. Jackson gives him the spot. See some guys trying to skip the jump a bit, not lose as much speed. You can lose a lot of traction in that sand. Hartnett gets off into it a bit. Everybody else is okay. It looks like Rowe and Nate Rogers will come to pit road to fix their damage or retire. Suarez, though, pulling away from Amato, but Jay Barker trying to track them down. He's up to third. Peter Sands 5th. Mendez is 6th. Jake Rogers 7th. Sekuli 8th. Jones 9th. And Tyler Merkel rounds out the top 10. There is Colin Denton in, I believe, 13th place. And Michael Amato really gaining ground this time by on Martin Suarez. Ran a whole second faster that time by. Suarez off into the sand a bit. Amato a lot luckier. This can be a dangerous corner. You see Oskin almost going off. Oh, and Chris Dodd loses it. Oh, he's tumbling. Oh, I don't know. James Shelley might have just missed him, but Dodd's going to come to rest on his roof. That's unfortunate. Not what that 88 team needed. They pushed it just a bit too far. And that's going to cost them. There's Zach Flickinger, one of the guys we said just needs to stay consistent. Alexander Rowe, not so fortunate here today. He has retired, so has Nate Rogers. So those two are going to take big hits in the point standings. That's not what they needed. And Goldberg has a lot more damage than I thought he originally did. Suarez pulls back away big time on Amato. Because now the cars have spaced themselves out. But we'll mostly just watch this corner, because if you watch this corner, your race is screwed. You see Amato does. Barker's probably going to gain on him a bit there. Oh, and Charles Jackson just was a coolie door. But they'll keep going. That was almost very bad. See, James Qualls continuing. Jonathan Zorlin has made his way back onto the track. They finally got that thing towed around. So he'll keep going. Dodd and Goldberg are most likely done. I think he's got heavy damage, and there he goes. So we approach lap 6. After the completion of this lap, we will be halfway through the race. Excuse me. Amato losing a bit more ground there. Barker, though, needs this finish. He's in 32nd in points. He'll most likely jump back into the top 30 with this. Edwin Mendez is going to get another consistent finish here unless he wrecks out. Martin Suarez looking for that first one on the season. Oh, Rogers and Mendez are side by side. Oh, Mendez will just get cleared. Ooh, Jones and Dylan Young are close. Denton's on there in the sand. Tyler Merkel losing a lot of spots there. Suarez wins. He'll be the 18th different winner on the season. Amato and Barker aren't completely losing him just yet. It's really going to be tough unless Suarez messes up to catch him. Fastest lap of the race is actually Suarez and then Amato, so these two are the best on the track. Barker's been trying to dial them down and close up. Jake Rogers has moved up to 4th. Ooh, he's got to be careful. Peter Sands has lost several positions. Oh, Oskin really almost ran over Dylan Young, and then he messed up Seth Coles into the sand a bit. Oh, and there goes LJ Toledo. Up and over. Race over. I'm bad at puns. But Toledo bounced off of, I believe that was Eric Benson in the 1. as everybody's driving their Bass Pro Shops cars today. The 1, the 3, the 14, and the 78. And the 1 got into them, and they wrecked. And Toledo was the one that got the bad end of it. 5 laps to go here. Just remember, we've seen people wreck themselves before on their own. Don't be shocked if you see someone wreck. Suarez just knows he's got a good gap. He just needs to take it easy. Amato just wants another good finish. He is the points leader. Same with Edwin Mendez. He gets into the sand a bit. Ooh, Charles Jackson, Deanna Jones racing hard up here. Oh, Colin Denton. Denton does not want to wreck. That would be really bad. And oh, there goes Johnny Gardner. Oh, wow. They almost went over, but somehow the car managed not to, but Gardner's got heavy damage nonetheless. Looks like door damage on each side. I'm not sure if they'd pit or not for it. Not what Gardner wanted here at Island Rally. He'll try to maybe finish this race out. Qualls has actually caught up to the back end of the field after his incident back in the beginning of the race. As Eric Benson has fallen to 36, something happened to him. You see Suarez just pulling away from Michael Amato right now. So there are the cars out of the race. Dodd, Rowe, Goldberg, and Nate Rogers. Sorlin 2 down. Toledo probably will be done too. Suarez is going to kick the sand again. Top 5 really spread out. You know, mostly battles back here. Nick Smith gets a little off. Qualls has passed Austin Alves, and Gardner continues to run on the track. There's Benson. I'm not sure if he's got damage from something, but he appears to be really slow. Martin Suarez will take 3 laps to go here. He's extended his lead to 3 seconds over Michael Amato. Forgot about this corner. Oh, and Marco and Tringali were in the sand. Rich is in the sand. John Arndt not getting a good run today. Austin Alves is caught up. Austin Alves has fallen back to Johnny Gardner, so apparently Gardner's got some kind of problem, or he's just really terrible. Heck, even Sorlin was catching up to him. Now Benson is up to speed. Not a lot. These guys are just riding right now. Amato knows it's a good finish. Barker knows it's a good finish. Mendez knows that. He's trying to ride it to the end. And Suarez is just dialed in. Gained 7 more tenths on second place Michael Amato. So Suarez has the best car here today. And this will be big for Suarez if he wins, because SHR has not won since Alexander Rowe won at Atlanta. They started with 2 straight wins and have not had anything since. Nick Smith really hasn't been up in the top 10 most races, so we haven't really seen him, but we've seen Suarez here and there. Had a shot at this at Watkins Glen. There's Nick Smith, speaking of him. Gardner is going to catch up to Qualls maybe for 33rd, just trying to salvage what he lost when he got up on the hill. But white flag's going to be out this time by for Martin Suarez. LJ Toledo has retired, 38th place. White flag in the air. Suarez will get through that corner nice and easy as Amato even farther back. He's going to watch huge gap behind 6th place. Let's see if anybody wrecks on the last lap. Austin gets off into the sand. Seth Cole will get a decent finish out of this race, it seems. Ooh, Charles Sanford has back end damage. I don't know where that came from. But Martin Suarez goes up the hill one more time. And as he comes down to the front straightaway, Martin Suarez is going to win at Island Rally. Michael Amato 2nd, Jay Barker 3rd, Jake Rogers 4th. Edwin Mendez will come home in 5th. Sekuli 6th place. Deanna Jones 7th, Peter Sands 8th, Dylan Young 9th, and Zachary Fitzwater will capture 10th place. That's all from here from Island Rally. You guys enjoy the week off, and see you at Canadian Tire and then Darlington in 2 weeks. So I hope you enjoyed the race here today. We got our 18th different winners. Stuff is sure to have jumbled up in points. But I will see you guys next week, or in 2 weeks, Canadian Tire and Darlington. Peace out.